I am currently driving my new to me 2006 Volvo XC90. This is the one with the 2.5 turbo, around 201,796 miles. And I've been driving it for like an hour and a half now, going back home from Columbia, Missouri to Kansas City. And the only problem with this is the check engine light for a missing rear oxygen sensor. And then there's a collision on the left fender. So the bumper is not really missing, but a piece of the left side bumper is missing. The hood is dented on this side, on the driver's side, as well as the fender. The fender is totally crumpled. I cannot open the door completely, so I have to squeeze myself in. And this is the interior. It looks decent interior wise. Also the outside, it's not that bad. The problem is the replacement parts that I have for this doesn't match the color, so yep, it's gonna be a problem. And then I was surprised that it has the navigation in there, but actually it doesn't work because there's no disc for the map, so it's kind of like useless. I don't know if I could get the disc for this. So far it's driving fine, but I think due to the collision on the driver's side, my alignment is a little bit off. Mechanically it seems to be doing well, so I have to check back home what's going on with the engine. Probably I think it's okay. The seller actually, or the previous owner, said that everything is fine on this truck. He just like rear-ended somebody somehow and can't pay for the repairs for this because it's way too much. So upon test driving it, it seems to be okay. The exhaust is also very bad. The catalytic converter was actually stolen on this one, so they replaced it with a pipe. And yeah, when you start it, it's kind of like loud. So even though it has the resonator in the middle, still it's still like loud. Well, it's not crazy loud, but it's louder than normal. So yep, hopefully this will reach back home in one piece. It's amazing that I could get 99.9 on this one. The damage, and looking at it, it's pretty much outside the fender area. The structure, like this one, wasn't actually like bent or something. So it's basically the upper portion where the fender attaches to, and this one is still pretty strong. So the one that got hit was the area on the headlights, and then this portion here on the bumper, and this one too that holds the fender on the side. In terms of the frame, nothing there. The frame is pretty much intact. Yep. The suspension might probably got affected by this a little bit. It's probably bent a little bit, I think, with the impact. It's not visible. I don't see any leaks or something. Yep. There's no leak in the suspension, but yeah, but with this kind of impact, yeah, it should be something. So I'm going to take out the fender. Yeah, so it's easy now to take out that one, that bolt here that's hidden. And this one is already like out. So I think my job is just to realign this. Yep. It's still like hard metal though. But, yeah. Just realign this and this portion here. Yeah, this might be a lot of work trying to realign this. It's like folded very well, but in terms of what's inside, yep, nothing get affected. The damage inside, it actually didn't damage this piece in here. So yep, this is very strong, and it pushed the header panel here forward, which basically crushed the headlight assembly. And then yep, if you see there, that's the bolt for the airbox. Yep, it moved a little bit, but it didn't push this one. So in terms of collision, it's not actually really that bad. So what I'm going to do is remove the fender so that I could like move it around easily without the fender rubbing. And then probably I'll try if I could remove this headlight. So once the headlight is removed, I could see the damage. So pretty much the header panel needs to be replaced. So yep, I think the impact is pretty much over here. This one is okay. It could be pulled out. Yep. So yep, header panel needs a replacement for this. It's kind of funny that the sensor, so it's like, yep, just one little bit of movement here, and probably the airbag should have been deployed. Luckily it didn't do that. Yep. So it's not that bad. So hood is out. Yeah, I got to take out two 10mm bolts in here. Same thing too on the other side. And yeah, I think there might be some alignment that needs to be done. When I got the replacement hood, it will no longer lock anymore because this one is misaligned. So yep, so luckily I have the header panel over there. I got the header panel out, and this is how it looks like without the header panel. Yep, got the horn too removed. Then there's one wire here that you need to disconnect. Where was it? Oh yeah, this one over here that connects to the yep, this one. This connects to, this is like a sensor for the hood ajar switch. And then I'm going to take out the cable. Yep, this is gonna be a big work to put this cable back. Yep, there's a cable there. So yep, that's how the position is. This one is quite, this is set up differently, so I have to figure out how to remove this. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna like remove the lock
and then I have markings in there so that they will align properly when I put them back. Same thing on the other side. Yeah, it's kind of hard to access the cable there to release it. I got the locks out, and then the other panel is over there. And this is the time I'm going to check if something is leaking over here, but I don't think so. I've been driving this for 2 hours, so there should be no leaks. Yep, and then the locks are intact. So I'm gonna put the bolts back in so that they will not. The extent of the damage, luckily they're not that bad. And this one too, not that bad. It's a thin metal. This one is a little bit thicker, so yeah, it's gonna be a challenge to restore this back. The issue why it's not locking, the hood is not locking. Yeah, it actually got pushed in this this header panel. So if you look down here, yep, so it got pushed, so it's bent like this way. So pretty much this whole header panel thing is toast, yeah, including this one, but this is for the headlight. This is where the headlight, one of the slots where the headlight go in. Same thing with this. So pretty much misaligned on this portion here. So putting in the new header panel will actually fix this. Luckily the radiator, this side here didn't crack because of the impact. So somehow only this one got bent. So yep, the holes are fine. Yep, it's just that it moved probably like maybe like half an inch. Yeah, it's like a half an inch. In order to remove the header panel, we have to remove this intake here, and then we have to loosen this one, remove this thing. I'm not so sure what is this. And then disconnect the crash sensor. There's two of them, one over here and then one over here too. And then there's a hose here that clips. There's like a bracket for the hose. Take that out, and yep, and then basically you have yep, this one, this bracket here, so I have to remove the washer fluid neck from this side to access the bolt here. Yep, one out over here. Yep, and then I'm going to take out this bracket for the wire. Turns out that it's actually easy to return the locks because it has like alignment marks in there. Yep, so this one and this one are alignment marks. You just make it like a center. Yep, but what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do it, but I'm not going to tighten it, just snug fit, and then I'm going to lock it, and then once the hood is latched, then that's the time I'm going to do the final tightening of the bolts. So that means they're aligned. Yeah, right now they're just snug. Yeah, the only way to figure out if it's good is once this one is in position. Same thing with the other one. So yep, those are the marks too. So I'm actually ready to put in the header panel. So I got the header panel in, all the bolts here, over there, the one that connects to the fender, I think only one. Yeah, I'm gonna connect this one. It's nice because it's level. The locks are in place. Yeah. Yep, the horns are back. The washer is back. So far so good. I got that pump, secondary pump, also put that in. I take this one. Yeah, I think this one should be in here. Yep. Yep, all the wirings are in place. Just put back the air intake and the hood. So I just need some adjustment still. So yep, there's a gap in there. The worst part is on this side. So I don't know why it's lower here, because this one is not affected. So it could be the hood maybe, or maybe some adjustment. Yep, and then put in that cover. I got the old lock. Going to put the bumper. Still missing the headlight. Bumper is in. This is secured by that bolt here. I got the sprinkler, but my system actually doesn't have a sprinkler. Yeah, this one is a little bit on. Yeah, it's not like aligned pretty good, but it should okay. Yep. So the damage is still visible on this side. So I'm gonna put the grill. The grill is there. Close it. Yep. It's not that perfect. It still needs some adjustments to be done. We haven't done putting screws in here and down here. Yeah, this one is also like bad, but yeah, I think the system needs. I think it needs to be like more outwards. But yeah. Yeah, but it's not that bad. Yeah, there's this is an adjustment to the hood that needs to be done. Yeah, this is so close to the headlight somehow, but it's okay. Yeah, the color is also like a little bit off, but yep, we're almost done. I still need to wait for a junkyard headlight to show up. So far there's nothing yet. No new junk XC90s available. This one you need to like remove the inner fender. Since it's riveted, you have to drill off the head in order to access this connection over here. Yep, this one. Yeah, you cannot even outside the door. You need to access it inside. The final product of my restoration of Volvo. It's not yet perfect because if you see it here, there's like some gaps in here. So probably still misaligned a little bit. So yeah, I'm not a collision shop, so it's not gonna be perfect. And this one also, like the clearance is, I think
it's a little bit bigger. It's not really that big, but yeah, I noticed that it's way bigger than the other one, so it's not like really perfect. But yeah, looking at it, yeah, it's actually pretty good, like at a distance. And then the paint is also off a little bit. I think it's because the 2006 green is different from 2005. I think they have a metallic green on a 2005, and then they went to like a willow green on a 2006. But yeah, everything is okay. I need to probably change the tires on this. I think the reason why it's misaligned too is that the tires at the rear is actually different. It's actually 225, 6517, and the front one is 235. So luckily the ABS didn't trigger on the difference, or the all-wheel drive. Yep. Didn't create any errors. So pretty much this is the interior. It's actually way cleaner than my other XC90, or even the one with the V8. Yeah, the boot is also like bad. I need to replace that. That one needs to be cleaned too, the crack in the leather, but it's not really that bad. It's very common somehow. It's kind of weird that the passenger side is worn